Hello YouTube friends, Matteo here and I welcome you again here in my little RC garage. Today I like to show you a very useful upgrade for the re-release Monster Beetle and Blackfoot. It's the Super Ball Diff from MIP. I think every owner of a Monster Beetle or Blackfoot knows about the problems with the gearbox, especially the diff. It is better on the re-release ones, but I remember back me and my friend tried to solve the knack noisy diffs with some washers to get more pressure on the diff gears. That's why I usually used only silver can standard motors. With this it worked nearly well, but with high performance motors the problems were even bigger. Also on the re-release Beetle and Blackfoot I used only silver can motors because of the weak gearbox. But now, with the new Super Ball Diff, all these problems should be solved. I'll try to use something more powerful. This brushless combo Sidewinder 3 from Castle. Later in this video I will do a running test to see how the diff can handle this kind of power. But as first, let's see what's inside the back and start to install the diff. All the parts are in excellent quality and a good assembly manual is included. The first step is to put together the thrust bearing. First, apply a bit of this blue grease on the bolt and the washer. Then take all the balls in place and the grease does a good job to hold them. After all balls are there, we insert the second washer and the thrust bearing is ready. The next step is the assembling of the diff gear with the balls and the counterplates. As first, I apply a bit of this clear silicone grease and then I put on the steel diff ring. As last, I insert a small ball bearing here on this place. Now I'm preparing the diff gear. Apply a bit of the silicone grease over the holes and insert the balls. Now all the balls are in place. Press it a bit inside and I apply a bit of grease on the other side also. As next I do the same with the other counterpart and put on the diff ring. I apply the rest of the silicone grease on the inner side of each diff ring and put it together with the diff gear. Here again a small ball bearing and the diff is working for its first time. This little T-nut holds the diff together, and as first we have to insert this little nylon piece. It has the same function as a nylon ring in a lock nut, to prevent self-loosening. Important is to install it in line with the hole, to make it possible to insert the screw. Now finally we can put together the diff. Insert the bolt with the thrust bearing using a 2mm Allen key and fix it with a T-nut. Oh, I almost forgot to insert the spring first. This spring is important, it gives the necessary pressure to the diff. Then tighten the screw and the diff works very well. I add the 2 bearings on each side and we are ready to install it on the gearbox. But as first, I have to disassemble the gearbox. The gearbox is already removed and I open it and take out the old differential gear. Now, to install the new diff, I lift up a bit this black gearbox cover and move it down together with the gears to get it on the right position. After everything sits fine and applied a bit of grease, I can close the other gearbox plate. The motor is ready to install and here it is, everything completed. Now also the electronics are in place and I'm ready to turn the motor and diff for the first time. Looks fine! Put on the body and let's go outside. So we are outside now and the first test I will do here on tarmac to look how it works, and later I will do a test on gravel too. So turn on the power and let's go. Power, enough power. Pretty lost the license plate and the cover here. So everything works well with this Monster Beetle now. Now I think it's a real monster and enough power, plenty of power. But as consequence I think I have to order a new body, because it's the body is already broken here in the back. You can see also in the front lights broken off, and yes, I will go and order a new body now. But now let's go inside, because it's really cold here outside now at the moment. So, we are back here in my warm hobby room. Everything worked well, The power is incredible and the Ball Diff handles it without any problems and is really a great improvement. Otherwise, we can discuss about the sense to put a so powerful setup in a vintage car like a Monster Beetle or Blackfoot. Because the whole chassis was built to handle the power from an old Brushless motor. It's not only the diff, all the other gears, the suspension, shocks, everything was designed to work good with a moderate powered Brushless motor. Remember, the design of this car is more than 30 years old. And if you have installed a high-power brushless system and you not have a very sensible and useful control of the throttle trigger, you can destroy this car within minutes. In my opinion, it's not necessary to have a so overpowered setup in these vintage cars. You will have a lot of fun also with less powerful standard motors, and with the new Super Ball Diff installed, you will have this fun without a brake. One more remark, please note, the Super Ball Diff from MIP fits directly without any other parts only on the re-release Monster Beetle 2015 and the re-release Blackfoot 2016. If you like to install it in a original vintage chassis, you need additional parts to install it. Please read more in the video description. So, now I have to say many thanks to Alberto from Ampro Engineering for his big effort to help us to get this great upgrade for Monster Beetle or Blackfoot. And if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you not already have. As last thing, I say thanks for watching and see you next time.